Hey guys, so next up I want to take a look at the Ethereum chart. Now I haven't looked at this chart in a while, but on first glance it looks pretty good. It looks pretty strong. So I'm starting with the monthly time frame as usual. We recently had this upward sloping support trend line that has one, two. This is if I move this a bit, three, four, five, six touches. And then we have this down sloping resistance trend line that had multiple touches as well. And we at the point where they converged, they broke out. We got a lot of bullish momentum. We broke out, and now we're just kind of drifting along here, almost like we're loading up for the next big move. So let's move it down to the weekly and get a better look. So here's the breakout point. So we had a lot. This is a significant resistance and support level right here. The price is around, oh, it's pretty much where we are right now. It's about 1919. So it served as a resistance here. Then it was support multiple touches here. Almost held a support here again, but we dumped down. And when we dumped down, we came and started forming this upward sloping trend line here. And here we are right now. We're just kind of battling with it right now. You see, like, oftentimes the candle will come up and it'll just get wicked. We get a lot of selling pressure, and then we'll just end up with a wick. The body closed above it here, but in the following candle, we just got shot right back down. Maybe there was some sort of fundamental thing that happened here, or some bad news or something, but we're fighting with it right now. And this last week, we kind of peeked our head and the candle body closed above it once again. And here we are right now. So it's going to be an interesting week. We're only Wednesday right now, so we're about halfway through. I'm really interested to see how this candle body closes, because if we get a second candle body to close above this, that's a very strong sign of strength to me. Let's look at, let's go to the daily now. Okay, so we had this trend line. And what we did is, so we got rejected from here, rejected in multiple days for about a week and a half. We were just fighting with this downsloping trend line, could not close a body above it. And then ultimately we just got smashed down. We got rejected. But look what happened now. We broke above it, started facing resistance from this horizontal line, and then it smacked us back down. But we did a retest. So guys, a lot of time when you have a strong resistance, when you break it, you're going to end up retesting it oftentimes. And we got a retest and then we shot back up. So this is the line for me. Not so much if we close a daily candle above it, but I'm more interested in how this weekly closes, as you just mentioned, because the weekly is going to have a lot more significance than the daily. If we get multiple weekly candles closing above it, then I think we're off to the races, guys. Let's zoom it down to the 4-hour. Yeah, see, on the 4-hour, we're below this line. This is like the line in the sand. This is a really important level on Ethereum right now. 1916 about. Yeah, we're just fighting with this line right now. For me, it's wait and see. So this is actually right here. It's a bearish formation, right? And we're breaking. It looks like, I mean, we haven't got a close yet. We haven't closed the candle body below this upward sloping support level, but we're kind of breaking down from it right now. Let's go to the 15-minute. So we just closed a 15-minute candle below this support level. So what might happen now, guys, we might come back up, and we're probably going to fight with it a little bit to see if it's going to be flipped, like a support resistance flip here. And I suspect if that does happen and we close several candle bodies below this line, then we might take a tumble back down, maybe back down to around here, 1900 or even down here, 1896. Not a huge dump because we're on a small time frame, but if that does happen, then what I will do, I will look to the RSI and look for divergences on the RSI, because by then I'll look to see if it's a valid double bottom with likelihood of turning back up. I'm going to switch charts now, and here I am, and I have a different indicator set on this chart, and again I'm on the monthly, and this is one of my favorite indicators. It's an oscillator. It's a paid oscillator. I'll put the link in the pinned comment, but you'll see that on this monthly chart, when this turned green from red to green, this noted the entire bull market. And you can kind of get an idea when it's about to turn because it starts turning up. There are some fake outs. This was a fake out. But as you see right here, again, we're starting to turn back up. And once this flips green, I suspect that that's going to be indicative that we are in a bull market, and I don't expect it to turn red again until the entire bull market has reached its completion. That's how it works on Bitcoin thus far, and I suspect this Ethereum is going to be the same thing. So let's go down to the weekly. Okay, so this doesn't show me anything that we didn't already discuss. Yeah, here's the significant line again. We broke. Now this I'm using the Binance chart, and the other one I think it's. Let me check. Let me check which chart this is. Ethereum. I'm using Bitstamp for this Ethereum chart because it has a lot more price history. If I zoom out here, it takes me all the way back to 2015 when Ethereum was about 40 cents. But I think Binance actually has more volume. So I like to look at them both just to see what's going on because different traders are going to be looking at different candlestick formations and at different levels, right? So it's good to see both. So here we are. Okay, so we broke out of this level, 1912, and right now I'd like to see if this level is going to hold on the daily. So there's about a little over an hour left in the day until this candle closes. If this candle can close with the body above this support line, then I think the following day, tomorrow, will be a pretty good day. Let's see if there's any short-term trades you can take. I'm not in Ethereum right now. I'm just kind of waiting to see what happens. If I was to take a short-term, yeah, I would probably just look for maybe if I wanted to do like a quick scalp because we're breaking down right here. I would almost look to maybe short a retest of this level because we just broke out of this pattern here. So like I said, I would suspect that we're going to get, I mean, if I can move this up a bit, but I suspect we might get like a green candle up here to test this. And if I notice signs of weakness, then I might look for a short down to these levels, but nothing crazy. Oh, see, we are breaking down right now a little bit. But yeah, overall in the long term, I think Ethereum is just kind of doing its thing. We already broke out. We already broke out of multiple patterns here. And I think it's just a waiting game on Ethereum right now. You could just tell by this price structure here. So you see we're making higher lows throughout. So we had the low, then a higher low, then a higher low, then a higher low. And we're basically forming an ascending triangle here. So if I'm to take a horizontal line, draw it across here, I mean, I already did, but just to make it more clear for you, and then I take a trend line here. There we go. I mean, I talked about this in the previous video. I think it was on Polygon. Basically, this is bullish right here. This is just bullish price action. We keep hitting our head on the resistance level, and the more often we do that, the more likely we are to break out. And every time we get rejected off of it, the bears get weaker and weaker, right? The rejections get higher and higher and higher. They have no strength. And I think just on this one, there's a trajectory. We're just going to head up. And I would suspect that obviously this area is going to be very significant. And if I go over to the other chart here, no, sorry, this is the one I want. And I want to flip on my price action concepts. And yeah, just as I suspected, see. So if we break where the yellow line is here, I think we'll have a little bit of a struggle with this region here. I don't think this is going to be enough to hold it down. We'll probably come up, have a little struggle right here. Maybe that come up, and then that'll shoot us down for the retest. And then ultimately, I think this price up here is essentially a magnet. It's around maybe about $3,500, this range right here. And then after that, if it breaks, whatever, then you have the all-time high. But this level is likely going to give Ethereum some trouble because there's just so much price history around this level, and a lot of people are going to look at this level and they're going to be placing their shorts around there. So trade opportunity would be maybe get in around here with a tight stop loss and try to short it down. But ultimately, I think this just looks like very bullish price action on Ethereum, and I'm excited to see where it goes. All right, guys, that about wraps it up, and have a good day. Take care.